Hello and welcome to this week's studio vlog with me, Carolyn from Crafting with Glorious Purpose, where here we make unique or custom gifts for you or for that special someone. This week we are going to be launching our collection. Stay tuned. Hello everybody. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm sporting my Irish shirt today. My day is pretty much over. I didn't get to film. I was pretty busy these past couple days, but we are one step closer. We are so close to launching this. I've been pushing out my teasers and getting a good response, so I'm hoping that's a good thing. I do have my final reel that I want to put up. That'll be tomorrow, and then it'll be just the hey, it's live kind of deal for Friday. I do have my email scheduled to go out to my subscribers, and I also put up some shorts on YouTube. So I have them on there. They're kind of a slow start. I don't get a lot of hits on this site, so trying to change that. Let's see, what else was there? If you would have seen last week's vlog was our show. So I do have a list of things that I went through that I sold that I wanted to see if I needed to remake. And I put myself in really good shape the last time because I still have products that I can use. So I don't need to remake as much as I thought I did. I need to make one card coaster, one keychain, and I have 3 stickers. But I'm not going to just do 3 stickers. So I'm going to see what other ones I can make and fill up a sheet. But that will be for that. The other things that I need to take care of this week, in addition to launching my collection on Friday, making sure my email's set up, making sure that my products are live and ready to go. I need to obviously post the final collection reel. I wanted to do something cool for Easter, and I know that's coming up soon. I didn't go all out making products for Easter. I mean, I have some things up there, but nothing major. But I want to do like an Easter egg hunt on my website. So I'm going to look into doing that. And then the last thing that I kind of wanted to mention was, so for the show, which I thought was kind of interesting, I stopped bringing my dog bandanas, mainly because I don't have room. These last few shows have been at 6-foot tables, and I just don't have the space for it. And the funny thing is, I actually had somebody ask me if I sold dog bandanas, and I was like, I do. I bring them to events, and nobody purchases them, so I don't bring them anymore. But they're on my website. So I thought that was kind of weird. Nobody even missed or asked. And the other thing that happened at the event, which I thought was super, super cool, was there's a woman that was at my last few events. I picked her up at the one church event that I did. She saw me at Moon and she came by and she bought some stuff. Well, here she turned out at this show and was like, hey, I was at so and so and I was at this, and I've seen you at both. And she brought another friend with her and gave her things to buy. So they bought a ton of stuff. I have to thank them very, very much for that. And I did have one lady that bought, of the 10 stickers that I ended up selling. Like I said, this wasn't a very popular or high grossing event. Of the 10 stickers I bought, she bought 7 of them. So I was very grateful for that as well. So it was a good thing. Overall, finding your repeat customer to come back, pretty darn snazzy. So I am excited about that. What else was there? I think that was all I have at the moment. I'm ending my day here, so I'm going to be going upstairs making dinner. But just wanted to kind of break in and give you a heads up where we're going to go this week. I think this week we're going to be obviously making some leftover stuff, but also getting things ready for our collection. Um, and then hopefully, hopefully we'll be doing a lot of order packing, but we'll see how that goes. I guess I will check in with you tomorrow. Hey everybody, it's lunchtime and I'm excited. I have at least a half an hour here. I got some lunch in my belly and I'm ready to go. So I have, um, let's see, I still waiting on my order of my Bigfoot merch to show up. So what I did was I ordered one each in large and extra large of the Bigfoot shirts in the black and the blue so that I can take those with me to this coming market next weekend and also have um, an idea on how well it's received. If I'm left over with those shirts, then I am going to um, put those for my Bigfoot show. I need to finish the shadow boxes. I did purchase some new ones. So what I want to do is try to have Bigfoot front and center and being the mascot, if you will, of this collection for in person. Um, Obviously, I have four total cryptids for this first wave, um, but my hopes are that um, my I'm trying to visualize in my booth. So my next event is going to be an 8-foot table, but she sent the layout and it looks like I have space around me. No one's next to me. No one's on either side of me. Just the way that the rows are laid out, I'm kind of over by myself with where there's a stage, which could be to my advantage. But what I want to do is set up my table in a way that has this collection by itself, and then I can have my other stuff, on the other side of the table. But this side, I kind of want to have the t-shirt one hanging somehow, and then have the folded ones underneath, and then have the other merchandise at the mugs. I'm getting 2 mugs um, shipped as well with the t-shirts from Printify, and then having my decals, my stickers separate and having them there so that they're not in the book, they're not mixed in with other decals and stickers. Then I can kind of have signage that has about the collection and a QR code so that you can purchase other sizes or the other cryptids that are in the collection to try to get people to go to the site. And my hope is that it does really well. Then I would have more time to purchase more shirts for the Sasquatch event. Um, the only concern that I have is it takes a long time. Like it's marked as shipped for days before it actually goes to the facility that's supposed to ship it. So that's the frustrating part is I keep seeing it and it says, we haven't received the package yet, but I have the tracking information. So I just see it sitting there and it kind of makes me anxious. So um, soon as I get those, I'm hoping to be able to do a tablescape to see how I want things to look without having to buy a whole bunch of additional things. I've seen a lot of t-shirt displays where they use the crates with the poles or PVC to hang. Um, and I really don't want to build anything or assemble anything or take more stuff with me. I kind of want to use what I have. So I was trying to figure out a way to use my grid walls to do a freestanding type thing, maybe on the side of my table. But I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, that's where I'm at. So I was looking at those details, and then um, I went through my list, like I said yesterday, and I don't have a lot of things to replenish other than the coaster and the keychain. So I think I might work on printing those so that I can get those in the pile. And the other thing that I need to remember for this event, but not the Sasquatch one, This one's at a Christian retreat center, and they were very, what's the word I want to say? They were very specific in the uh, information about the event that it should not have any political theme, alcohol theme, or profanity. So my shop has no political affiliation. I don't deal with it. I don't want any of that stuff in my shop, either side. Um, and I also don't have any profanity because I like my booth to be very welcoming and not, um, you know, I don't like the feeling of seeing little kids come in a booth with shirts that say F around and find out, or, things like that. I mean, there's most of the events, people bring their children to them, and I don't have that kind of stuff in my shop at all. Um, but I do have alcohol themed bar towels. I have alcohol themed stickers and decals. So I need to go in and pull that merchandise, put it aside so that I remember not to take it with me. And it's easy to be overlooked because they're in with things that I never really take stuff out of. Like when I was doing the dog bandanas, I would put Christmas theme for the Christmas markets, take those out, put in the different seasons, but the decals are usually always the same. So I got to remember to pull those out. Same thing with the hand towels. Um, but yeah, so we're starting our break here. So let's get rolling. All right, so these are all printed. And what I like to do is I like to use my scraps. So this is very good sublimation paper, and throwing all that away is kind of silly. So I have my binder filled with scraps that are perfect for one-off keychains or things like that. I just changed my page size in my program to reflect that size, put them on there, and then cut them out. So I was able to get one full color coaster and one keychain on here, just to kind of replace, without having to waste a full sheet of 8.5 by 11. Um, just seems a little wasteful to me. So use your scraps. So I'm going to get these taken care of and taped up. I don't think I'm going to have time to um, um, press them today, but I'm going to have them prepped and ready to go. So when I do turn on the press, I'm ready to go. I do want to make sure that I don't have anything else that I need to press so that I can do everything all at once, but should be in good shape otherwise. And then I think next up, I'm going to set up my Cricut and start trimming, well, not trimming, but actually cutting some of my shadow boxes. So I do want to bring at least um, two shadow boxes to the event. And I'm thinking one will definitely be, um, one definitely is going to be Bigfoot. I'm on the fence whether I bring a second one with Bigfoot or have it cut and ready to go for the event and take two Bigfoots to the Sasquatch event. But for this other show, I think I might take that. It may be the UFO one. Um, that one might be the next um, popular one, I would think. Either that or the werewolf, but the werewolf is very similar. So I want something that was going to have a different look in my booth than having them both be the same, because when you walk by, you might think they're both exactly the same box. So I think what I'm going to do is do that, and then have the other ones maybe do like a photograph or something showing that collection. Still haven't figured that logistics out yet, but we're going to work on that. added all my updated merch that I needed to replenish. I am slowly but surely dwindling this list or this pile of window clings down. I am not sure if I'm going to keep them. They seem to be picking up here and there, but if something has to go, it's probably going to be them. And then I noticed while I was at my event, my lamination came up on my sign. So I'm going to have to run these through again. But I figured since I was replenishing that I would pull out the alcohol themed ones out of here. So I don't have very many, but to the same point, I want to not offend anyone. So I'm going to take those out. So I have very few funny alcohol ones. I mean, that's in the grand scheme of things, it's just this little bit here. So I have will cook for wine. Wine is my spirit animal. I need a beer, which gets a good chuckle, but nobody buys. Same with the in dog beers. I've only had one. I have Let's Get Crafty, and working on my 6-pack, and I make poor decisions. So those will not be at this event. So I will take those out so that I remember to take the alcohol themed stuff out. And that gives me a little more room in here. And while I'm in here, I should check and make sure. I think I'm good on the dog decals for the dog and cat rescue. I think those were all in good shape. Yeah, so I'm good there. And then I don't think I had any alcohol themed ones for this. These were all like sports and mandalas mostly. So I think we're safe with these ones. So I can put those back in my bin. This one here kind of got a little bent. So I'm going to keep these out so that I can fix them, but I will actually have table space, so I won't have to do this part. I was sliding it here in the front of my thing, and I mean, people saw it, didn't say anything, that they couldn't figure out how much things were, but I like to have it front and center just for that main reason. So, yeah, so I got those kind of set up. And then I replenished my dog nose art decals. So this box has worked out great. I know it's Christmas, but whatever. But I got those replenished over the two that did sell, so I don't have to worry about making new ones of those. And yeah, so now all I have left is shadow boxes. So I unfortunately have run out of time. So that means, that will be for another day. But I might, with my last 5 minutes that I have here, I might go through and actually get the boxes set up so that I can just hit it to cut and not worry about it. Oh, and I did want to mention one other thing. The nice thing that happened was my sticker book went over much better. Having the dogs in alphabetical order by breed instead of having the hippie dogs all together and then having the other ones, so that it takes up a lot. It makes the binder really heavy, but it made it so much easier for people to leaf through. Like, people were just grabbing it, leafing through, and going right to where they needed their stickers. The only bad thing is it kind of hides, it gives the illusion that everything in the book is a dog. And that is not true. I did have one woman ask me and said, "Are you one of those people that are anti-dog or anti-cat?" And I said, "No, I have cats in there too." And she ended up purchasing a couple stickers, or getting a couple stickers, but I don't have anything in there. I mean, the chunk of it is dogs. There's more dog breeds than there are cats. So I might move the cats to the front of the book and then leave the dogs in the middle, and then putting the other stuff in the back, or maybe putting all the stickers in the front and the dogs towards the back. So I got to figure that out yet. But it's good to get the feedback from people leafing through the books and seeing that they weren't as frustrated and going through trying to find, and made their checkout a little quicker for them to find the dog right away that they were looking for. Um, you know, it worked. it did its job. So at least I feel better after redoing all those pages over and over again, trying to figure out the best way to put them. So unfortunately, I gotta log back into work now. I do have my shadow box is ready to go. Cricket was giving me some kind of error that I wasn't connected to the internet, which I don't know what's going on there, because it wouldn't save my projects, but it saved them now. So it must have lost its connection for some reason. But these are all ready to go, so I can cut them tonight if I get a chance, or I can cut them tomorrow in the morning before I start work, or even at lunch. I don't really have anything planned tomorrow, so hopefully, that'll go easy. But tonight I'm going to be launching uh, my last hoorah and teaser for the collection, and then we're go on Friday. So I'm excited. So what I'm trying to do for my display is come up with an idea on how to display everything. So I have my stickers in here and I have my decals here. Um, that's just a junk mug for at the moment. But what I'm going to do is once I get my real mug in the mail, I'm going to put that there. I'm creating a sign for that. And then back here on the top is going to be where I put my shadow box, which I do have back here. So he's all ready to go and put together. Um, and then I just have to figure out the t-shirts, which I might be able to fold and put down on the front. Um, but yeah, I got to work on figuring out how else to label this and have it ready. So still work in progress. Hello and welcome to Friday. So it is launch day. Um, I launched everything this morning, and the part that was funny is that I so at like 6 in the morning, I had my email scheduled to go out at 7, and at 6 I started looking at my products that were perfectly fine, and then all of a sudden they just weren't. So I panicked. I had it was weird because it wasn't showing any of the shipping. So my listings were there, they were good, and then all of a sudden they had no shipping at all. So I was able to go in and hurry up and use the sidekick and ask him, why is it not showing? And here apparently the sidekick had gone in there, probably because I asked it to make sure that everything was listed as coming soon, and it did not allow people to check it out. And that tag is what was causing the problem. So he went in there and he had me remove the coming soon tag off of everything, and then everything started to show. But that was a 40 minutes of me freaking out that everything wasn't going to be ready. And then I put everything on draft mode. And after doing that, I ended up breaking my email. So then it told me that it could not send out my automated email because it was missing one of the products. So it paused it. When it paused it, it deleted all of the work that I did on it with the products below. So I had to re-add all of those products in there, and then was able to get them out the door. It was a very stressful morning, nonetheless. However, it is live in the shop now. I've had a few people coming in and out of there. I haven't had any sales yet, and I don't imagine any sales coming today. Maybe after work, somebody might come in and check their email, but as of right now, it's just people going in and looking. I did post a reel this morning as well on TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook, that the collection is live, and then I also put up a Google post on my profile that had everything that was live. So I'm just kind of hanging out and waiting to see. Um, it's late in the evening here, and I'm hoping that the evening brings some traffic or some people looking at this stuff. Um, but I do want to work on doing another reel. I did do some pictures of the shadow boxes lit up or dark and then lit up. So I might work on some of those and send those and put them up. But yeah, I mean, I'm not one of those people that can sit here while it's live and show you the ching ka-ching, because I don't get those. But this is my first official Shopify launch. So I am waiting to see how it does. I don't know what else I could have done to put more out there. I did reels up to the point, and I'm going to try to do some reels afterwards. And my husband is actually working on some digital ads for me. So I will be running those in our local papers. And I forget how many impressions it gives you. But we wanted to get the collection out there first, and then once those start to go up, we'll see if that makes a difference in views and traction to the site. So it'll be my first time actually doing digital advertising, so we'll see how that works too. But yeah, so that's where we're at. Just kind of in a holding pattern. So I will give you an update next week on how the weekend went. I figured, with releasing this on a Friday, you had the weekend to kind of catch up on, sitting at the, computer or your phone or however. But yeah, so I have that. And then hopefully next week I can share some really good news with you as well, because something else is a brewing for Crafting with Glorious Purpose. So we will talk then. So if you like this video, please give it a subscribe or a thumbs up. And I hope to catch you in the next one. I hope you have an awesome weekend. Take care.